What's good, Black Star Podcast? Welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Jared. So, let's talk about this whole trad wife situation that's going on. Trad wives so basically between trad wives and the feminism and all that dumb shit. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna review a video from Man's Guide, and let's just say this one's gonna go off the rails a little bit. And as you can see, we've got a blue-haired white woman with a nose piercing, or two nose piercing, and makeup that's caked on, looking like an alien from Star Wars. Yeah, let's get on to this one.
Okay, everybody, I have to talk about this. I'm so shocked at what I've just seen. There is a viral video going around of a straight, white, cisgendered woman.
Let's first of all get that shit out of the way. We are not, on this channel, we are not using cisgender terms and terminology. We're not doing it. I don't care. I'm not subscribing to any of that gender fluidity bullshit. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. So if you got a problem with it, so be it. You can go somewhere else. I ain't with that shit. The fact of the matter is that this woman started off with cisgender, heterosexual, normative bullshit. Ma'am, you are out of fucking line and pocket. Stop. Stop it. Get some help. Oh, matter of fact, don't get help. Stay like you are, because apparently your life is perfect. Okay.
Called Stacy. That's so typical that she's called Stacy Williams. Ugh. And she calls herself a trad wife. For those who don't know what that means, it's like a traditional homemaker. And she has no idea how dangerous what she's doing is. How dare she set back the movement back to the 1950s? It is the most misogynistic, sexist, racist thing she could ever do by saying that she enjoys staying home and cooking and cleaning and looking after her kids. What the hell? No, do better.
Women are
I got a feeling that was fucking trolling. I got a feeling she was trolling like a motherfucker on that. Let's rewatch this shit. Hold up. Let's rewatch this.
Of a straight, white, cisgendered woman called Stacy. That's so typical that she's called Stacy Williams. Ugh. And she calls herself a trad wife. For those who don't know what that means, it's like a traditional homemaker. And she has no idea how dangerous what she's doing is. How dare she set back the movement back to the 1950s? It is the most misogynistic, sexist, racist thing she could ever do by saying
she's trolling like a motherfucker with this. You can tell she's trolling. You can tell she's trolling. You can tell she's trolling. Bro. You can tell she's trolling.
saying that she enjoys staying home and cooking and cleaning and looking after her kids. What the hell? No, do better.
Women are starting to act like women, and feminists are furious about it. The trad wife lifestyle is picking up steam because more and more women are starting to realize that feminism sold them a lie. A lie that makes women lonely, miserable, and full of regret later in life. Feminism told men that being a housewife is oppressive, and that they needed to compete with men in the office to survive. Not only is this worldview naive, it also turns women into men. You know what women I'm talking about. These are the cold, bitter, and argumentative women. The kind of women who question your every decision, who can't allow you to plan a date without getting involved. Women who try to criticize and control you, sometimes in front of everyone. These women are frustrated because the only men who will put up with their BS are the simpy nice guy beta bobs who are scared of her. It's no surprise that these are the women who end up complaining on TikTok when no man wants to date them. They'll blame men saying, "Where have all the real men gone?" and shame men for preferring effeminate women. The whole time, she'll be dodging accountability and responsibility like a fat positivity activist dodging a salad. But before we go any further, let's check out the comment of the day. Will Martin 7293 said, "Women are not interested in building their own spike, and that's why feminists are doomed to either be alone." Modern feminism says, "Men should like what we tell them to like, and that's why feminists are doomed to either be alone or with a man with no balls." The reality is, high-quality heterosexual men want to date a woman, not a man. And as shocking as it might seem to a feminist, some women are smart enough to listen to what men want. They know they need a man and aren't ashamed to admit it. Instead of adopting this whole "accept me as I am" mentality and refusing to change, some women are going back to a time when dating and relationships weren't such a colossal shit show. And it's sparked a civil war in the sisterhood that's only just beginning. But who are these trad wife women, and what are they doing that's pissing modern women off so much? A trad wife is a woman who's happy to be a homemaker. She believes in and practices traditional sex roles and marriages because she doesn't believe the feminist BS which claims that being a housewife sacrifices women's rights. In fact, many women who choose to be trad wives today have already had successful careers. They just smartened up when they realized that it was making them miserable and turning off 90% of the men they came into contact with. If 90% of the men are saying no to you, it's not the fault of men. Instead of doing what 90% of modern women do and whine, blame, and play the victim about it, they chose to adapt and adopt a new lifestyle. One that complements a man and allows a woman to play to her strengths. These are the top shelf women who men love to be with. The women you can build a loving, healthy family with. And modern women couldn't be more jealous of them as they drink their third glass of box wine. Modern women hate tradwives. This is hilarious because if these modern women believed in equality as much as they say they did, they would love tradwives for finding what makes them happy. But they don't. Not one bit.
So you heard what he said about the tradwives and the modern feminism, modern feminists. So again, I do not own the copyrights to those videos. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share my screen because I thought I shared my screen. So this first minute or so is what he was sharing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this again, and you're gonna see the woman that I was talking about.
Okay, everybody, I have to talk about this. I'm so shocked at what I've just seen. There is a viral video going around of a straight, white, cisgendered woman called Stacy. That's so typical that she's called Stacy Williams. Ugh, and she calls herself a trad wife. For those who don't know what that means, it's like a traditional homemaker. And she has no idea how dangerous what she's doing is. How dare she set back the movement back to the 1950s? It is the most misogynistic, sexist, racist thing she could ever do by saying that she enjoys staying home and cooking and cleaning and looking after her kids. What the hell? No, do better.
So that's that's the video I was looking at. That I was geeking at. She's trolling, and you can tell it's a wig because that shit does not even look like real hair. You can tell it's a wig. But the thing about it is this too. He said it really. If women were so upset, accepting of women being trad wives. A lot of these women would be okay with these women choosing their path in life. Problem is, these women don't want these trad wives to pop up because, in a sense, it disproves their claim of being strong, happy, and alone. These trad wives basically challenge everything that these modern women believe and think because these women, as you can tell, are not happy. Despite her having a wig on, that's pretty much what a modern feminist looks like, plus a shit ton of tattoos and tattoos on their face, and plus a high body count. That's typically what a modern feminist would look like. So we can tell it was just a wig, and her just trolling and clowning and shit. It's fucking TikTok, of course, that she's fucking trolling them because that's what a lot of the trad wives are doing. But I'm gonna also say this, and let me be clear. Although there are some real trad wives, majority of the ones that are on TikTok are only doing it for clout and for money. In reality, they're not like that. They're not like that in reality. A lot of them are not. I should say. A lot of them are not. Here's how I know. If you look at a lot of the way that a lot of these women look, and then how they dress, how they act, you can tell it's kind of a facade. Off camera, they're probably a modern feminist. They probably are. If they're not, or if their husband comes online and confirms that their wife is truly like that in real life, then okay, cool. But we simply don't know. Most of these women are online just doing this stuff for clout. It's only for clout. They're not doing it. They're not doing it out of the kindness of their heart or to actually keep their husband happy. They're doing it so they can get a bag. It's a money grab. So whatever you seeing on TikTok with these trad wives, it could just be a facade. It could just be a front just to make some extra cash on the side. We simply do not know these women outside of their TikTok or their Facebook. And that's the dangerous part about it. These women would do everything they can to make a bag instead of actually going out there and doing the things that they're saying and claiming that they're doing. We've had plenty of women come into the men's spaces acting like they're this quote unquote traditional woman, and then 9 months down the line we figure out that she was only just trolling and she was only just trying to make a bag because of these thirsty ass dudes coming on her page. She exposes herself, asks for cash apps, asks for all sorts of shit. They expose themselves. They're only doing it for a bag. And a lot of guys don't realize that they're getting duped. They allow themselves to get duped, and then when they get duped, then they want to be like, damn, I got duped by this woman. Yeah, we know. But that's just my little 2 cents on the subject. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Comment down below. Let me hear what you think about the topic at hand. I will see you guys on the flip side. Thank you guys for listening. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.